Hi, Bernie. How are you doing?
Hi, Andrew. I'm good. I'm fine.
Good stuff. How are you finding the confinement at the moment?
Well, I think the first week, first 2 weeks is okay. It's like a new situation. I'm happy with my family. I'm okay. I'm okay. But the last week probably is a little bit worse. Like I'm a little bit down, and
Yeah.
I'm waiting for news too. I'm worried for the future. I think it's so much about the future, and I'm a little bit worried.
Yeah. And what are you doing to spend your time at home? I mean, how are you spending it?
Mm, I work a lot with the council. We have a lot of meetings and we have a lot of work, and I try to uh, do a routine Monday to Friday, and weekend is a little bit relaxed.
Mhm.
And Monday to Friday, I try to wake up. I read the papers. I have meetings with my group of a council, and I try to talk with my staff in basketball in CBT, preparing some works for the players, and it's like a regular day, normal day. I do
So,
some sports in the afternoon normally, 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, and nothing else. And weekend more relaxed, more with family, more watching TV.
so that's good. So you can keep busy. You can keep busy
Hmm.
while you're at home, and you've got
Hmm.
a normal kind of daily routine prepared.
Hmm. Yes, I'm busy, and I think it's better for me because if I work, I'm in the hours. No, the hours is my work is like better. I feel better with
Yeah.
spending my time working. If
Yeah.
no, you have so much time, free time. Probably I'm more nervous thinking about the
Yeah, of
future,
course.
thinking about
Hmm.
this.
And the time passes quicker as well.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
the
yes.
same for us here in English Tarragona. I mean, these 5 weeks have flown past
Hmm.
because we've been so busy, like as busy as ever.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's a positive thing, I think. So, as I know, a lot of people know in Tarragona, you're probably the busiest man in the city. You've
No,
got
bro, no, no, no. Now is moment for the doctors and the people who works in the hospital, in the supermarket. They are very like heroes for the community, and for sure they are busy, the busiest people in the
yeah,
world.
absolutely. I think it's this newfound respect
Hmm.
for everybody who's on the front line.
Yes, yes.
Doctors and nurses, yes, they're the first people that we think of, but also the people in the supermarkets,
Hmm.
people delivering, people cleaning, and
Yes.
yeah, it's
That's true. It's less. It's now. I repeat. For me, these people is like a heroes, because every day in the hospitals, every day in the supermarkets, the police, the people that cleaning the streets, is the first, like you say, is the first front, and it's very hard for him this time, these days. It's really hard for this kind of people, no?
yeah, absolutely. So let's get back to something trivial. I have my cup of tea today. I've gone for chamomile,
Uh huh.
a little
Uh
snack.
huh. Yeah.
Some
Nice. Nice cup. Nice.
what's your tipple today? What's your drink today?
Today, I drink coffee. It's my my favorite drink in this kind of situation. I drink 3 or 4 times, but after in the middle of the afternoon after dinner, I take always coffee. In the morning too. I don't like so much tea.
You don't like tea?
Not so much. I take sometimes, but no, not so much. I think it's like for me, it's like with all respect for the British people, it's like water with something else, no? And I need
Super
like
hot milk.
the sensation of the coffee, the sensation of I wake up in 3 minutes,
Yeah,
and
yeah. It's got coffee's got more of an impact.
I think so. I don't know. My wife takes a lot of tea, and they say me the tea is the same effect, no? Have the same effect for she, but for me, I prefer coffee.
The thing with I don't normally drink chamomile. I've discovered chamomile
Hmm.
during the confinement period, and it helps you relax. So,
Yes.
yeah, this is for me. This has been the big discovery personally
Hmm.
of the confinement. Chamomile tea,
You
coffee.
don't
Yeah,
drink before the confinement? No?
never.
No?
No, and I have a coffee in the morning to
Mm-hmm.
because I need that boost
Uh-huh.
in the morning to get started, and then after that, I become too nervous.
Mm.
I need the
I
camera
know.
to bring me back
Yes.
again. So, Berni, you've got, like I alluded to earlier, you've got a number of jobs, one of which is within the local council in Tarragona, and another one is as being the head coach of the basketball team. Let's start with the basketball team. How can you keep in contact with your players? How do you keep in contact with your players? And how do you make sure that they're keeping fit and doing exercises?
Well, after the first week, we decide with my staff, with the 2 assistant coaches and the physical conditioner. I don't know in English, preparador físico. Trainer, no? I think it's trainer or something.
Coach, trainer.
Yeah. We decide give the players a routine for every week, because for 1 week, always 7 days, because we don't know, we never knew before if this period is for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months. We don't know. We prepare a routine for a week. We give the routine to the players, and after we meet with him once a day, once a week, for doing something extra, like some games, some quiz about some, like, what's your favorite player of the league? What's your favorite team? Why? Or preparing some scouting about some teams in our league, because we don't want they lose the contact with the league, with the players of the league, with the teams. The first 3 or 4 weeks is very, very, very surprised me. They are very, very, very focused on this, and they prepare all with very positives, and I'm very happy. This week, I think the sensation is they need to know what happened with our league, because we don't know. The federation don't say nothing sure, and we need to know what happened, because we're in the first position. We are doing a very good season. We are in a good position for growing up, for to the next level, next league.
Yeah.
And we need to know, probably this week or maximum in 2 weeks, we know something, but no.
And what do you expect them to do? What do you think the decision will be? Do you think they'll kind of freeze it and
now
be champions, or they'll try to finish all the games in a short period, or what do you think is going to be the outcome?
It's hard, but I have contact with the federation, because I work too in summer with the Spanish national teams, young, no, under 20 this year, and they send me, now the most probably is the league has been cancelled, no? Finish the season. But they don't know what happened with the ascensos y descensos, no? The people going
relegation,
next level,
relegation and promotion.
Or promotion. We are in a very good position for promotion for next year, and we don't know, and they don't know what they want to do, because some people, it's okay, cancel it and it's over, but some teams want to play only the playoff, because we have some possibility at the end of June, if the health authorities permit. But now I think we need 2-3 weeks, when the total confinement is over. We need 2-3 weeks for a start, like physical condition of the player, and now it's impossible. The schedule is very hard. I think it's impossible. I think the normal situation is the league is over, and waiting for what the federation decide about the promotion or relegations.
Yeah. I'm, as you know, I'm a big football fan, more than basketball. I'm sorry.
No problem. I'm a big football fan too.
I'll come back to that later. Then I'll find out some information about that. But no, it's the same. It's the same thing at the moment. England, Scotland, Ireland, Northern Ireland. I've got a couple of teams in second position, kind of fighting top, and we're waiting to know if they're going to classify the league as finishing. You know, my teams will finish second or.
Like I said to the federation, is in our group we played the 80% of the regular season.
Yeah.
And we are in the first position, and with 3 games to the second. The difference with the second one, with only 5 games to play before the playoff. is 80% of a regular season is a lot. If
Yeah.
we are played only 40%, 50%, okay, it's over. Cancel it. We start the next year with the same conditions and the 19-20, no, the season, and no problem. But now with 80%, it's a lot of games.
I suppose it's a case of every team is going to fight their corner. The
Yes,
team that is in the bottom position in the higher league, yeah, we're going to say
yes.
no. But one of the many gazillion complications of this kind of period no one had ever experienced before.
Yeah. And like the FIBA, the International Federation of Basketball, have the same criteria for everybody. Probably it's going to be different. But in some leagues, like I don't know, it's Bulgarian, Croatian, some 2 or 3 leagues, they finish and they count like, okay, the champion is the first, the player, the team was in the first position right now in the last game. But other like Italy, like I don't know who's the other one, they finish and they say, okay, no champions, no relegation, no promotion, and we start again by 0 and in September, October when we want, when we can. And it's not the same criteria. And
right, okay.
I think FIBA, the International Federation, can do only a criteria for everybody, and we don't have this discussion. No?
Yeah. Complicated, but
Very.
I just want to go back to something that you touched on earlier because it was interesting. So you have set some kind of physical training for your players, but also quizzes and things like that to keep them in contact with each other. So you're looking after them, not just physically, but trying to maybe keep the team spirit and things like that. Interesting.
Yes, because I'm sure that they like basketball a lot. I'm not sure they look basketball like NBA games, no previous games or ACB teams or EuroLeague games, but I want they are in contact with the players of the league, because if we need to play again, we will play in the probably not, but if this possibility is on the air, I want they remember against what players they play and what teams we need. We have only 5 games to go to the end. What teams they do the scouting. I like homeworks, no? Like, okay, do the scouting of Biles, Salou, San Adria is the next games about players, like the game plan.
Yeah,
they do and
that's
do
good.
well.
They have time. They have time.
Yes.
Also, they're also a very professional group of guys if they're doing so well in the season, and they're going to take it seriously.
Yes.
Speaking of, another basketball-related thing. The other night, I watched some of your highlights. Was it 1998, the Copa del Reí with Valencia? You won the championship. Yeah, I especially liked the goatee. Wow, it was on.
What's the name?
A goatee.
Goatee.
Yeah.
Goatee.
Yeah. Very kind of mid-90s style.
Yes. And the short trousers, no? And the different clothes, no?
Yeah.
Yes, it's 22 years ago. It was one of the probably the best sportive experience of my life. Was the best memory. It's a very exciting night. I remember all the day, all the night before, because it's the first time the Valencia played in the Kings Cup. It's the first time in the history of ACB, one team playing for first time the Copa del Reí, the Kings Cup, play the final and win. And we are very young. We was a team like 2 years before we play in the second division.
Yeah. I heard that in the commentary. Yeah, that you'd been promoted before, the 2 years before.
Yeah, and 3 years before I played here in Tarragona, like playing for fun. I never on my mind is the possibility to be a professional of basketball.
You were living the dream.
Yes, it's true. And I play like 30 minutes, 29 minutes, 30 minutes in a final of Kings Cup 3 years before, when I only watched the games of ACB on TV. And for me, it's like a very, 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 very distance with this kind of people. And I see, and we won. I have the very good memories. And what about that night?
What was
Oof.
what was it like that night?
After the game, we are like crazy. We look at the people. We look at us like, what we do? It's impossible. It's like a dream. It's impossible. We won the Copa del Reí, and we laughed because we say we play against Madrid, Barcelona,
Yeah.
with a lot of no, the budget of this team is crazy. Against the Juventud is the champion. The year before they won the championship, and after a dinner, a big party, a lot of alcohol, very
No
fun.
chamomile tea that night, no.
No, nothing. I promise you. And we arrived to Valencia, in the airport. It's crazy, like 10,000 people waiting for us. We went to the council, and the cathedral is full of people. Very good memories.
Awesome, brilliant, very good. Did you see Mourinho last week with the Tottenham players in the park in London?
For me, it's a big irresponsibility. Is it
Yeah,
okay?
it was irresponsible.
Because probably in a park, this kind of players of first division, they earn a lot of money, and these houses probably have a space for practice or a cycle, something like this. You don't need to go apart, because when you are a public person,
Public figure.
probably you need to do a example, be an example for the rest of the people.
Exactly.
And do this kind of things. I think it's worth it. No need. It's not necessary.
Yeah. So we can't expect to see you and the Tarragona players in Park Francolini. No.
No. As today is my 12th day. I stay at home. I don't go out for nothing. We have a big. We go to the supermarket 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, it's 11, I think, and we buy all we need. Tomorrow probably we need to go to supermarket again, but I'm at home. My responsibility is go home. I talk with my parents, my family, my friends, but like you, and every day, but with the video camera, the Zoom or Skype or Teams. I think it's not now. It's not necessary. Take some risk and be an example.
No, exactly.